Time to select the stage. It's time to select the fighters.
All right, let's get it.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. What's going to follow the combo? That was a solid anti-air. Lots of aggression from both sides. All right. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Okay, creating some space here. Recovers from burnout. Awesome! Drive rush to keep it going. Where is their opening? Shoots off a fireball up close. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player one can't use any more drive without burning out. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Sandblast! Are we going to see some fireworks here? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. Scrap picks a good spot to use the super. Now, can they finish the job? They trade hits. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Ghost sets up with the jump in. There's the burnout. Oh, here we go. Are they thinking about how to steal this round? Goes for the what a read with that anti-air. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Projectile to try and change the situation. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Knockdown. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player two creates a beats it up with a combo into super. The next hit will end the round. Heading into the end game now, snipes them out the air. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jumping. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Projectile to try and change the situation. Player one took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Burnout activates. Player one has fires off a Shinku Hadouken. Both fighters planning something? Barely blocks the jump in. Player two needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. Just goes for it at this range. Player two will look to apply pressure here. One chance here may pay. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Connects with medium kick. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Checks with the projectile. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Was looking for that jump attack. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. The jump in is denied. Goes for the super art. spends it on the super art. Shoots off a fireball up close. Knockdown. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the rising uppercut. Who's going to start things off? This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. What'll happen here? The path to a win looks very tough, and I don't know if they can hold out. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. And they create an opportunity, blocking that driving KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like their weight. This can lead to some big damage. Good work. Too slow. The Pale Rider hits. Now they've got him trapped. How are they gonna get out? Yo, you good? Can they make the most of this? Shakes things up with a fireball. Checks with a sandblast. Looking for a hole. Goes all in with the uppercut. Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. Big gauge lead here. Fires a blast. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Turns out. Oh, here we go. Player draw, super hard incoming. Oh, come on, kid. Why would you use the super? They got a big crumble from above. Are you kidding me? Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
What stage will they choose?
Hindu temple.
Now that we know our stage, it's time to select the characters.
Gotta make my own
Alright, I'm ready.
It's time to heat up for the fight.
Alright, let's get it.
Show 'em what
Now that our fighters have chosen their characters, it's time to go. We're in for something special right here, right now.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Opts for the throw. Ooh, what's this?
Hey now, what are you doing?
Deals some sick damage in exchange for some meter. All right. Player 2 spends the meter to throw on some massive damage. How will this impact things? Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Projectile to try and change the situation. What'll happen here? Are we going to see both fighters use their KO? Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate cover. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Medium kick. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Checks them with the projectile. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Sandblast. Hits them with a stop and block. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. A quick breather. Player 2 is not in a good place health-wise, but with the super art in play, it's still on the crashes out the cage right there. This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. Both sides get forward rush. What a finish! Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Down to the wire. They can't squander this punish counter cannon. Burnout is triggered. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Player 1 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Somehow pushes back all the way with this super art connect. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Cleans up the round, ending it with a powerful drive impact. Player 1 pitched up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Sandblast, rising uppercut. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Blossom! Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Medium kick hits. Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Who's going to take the initiative here? Jack with a sandblast. Nice fireball. Back to the flatline zone. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. Neither of them willing to back off here. Takes a trip. Limited resources at hand right now. Good drive management could well decide this. Player 2 chases them down. Knockdown. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart driving. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. So they takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Utilizes the parry here to try and establish the pace. They need to prepare. Oh! Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Start things off with a jump in? Who's going to start things off? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Burnout activated. Knockdown and it's a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
Yo, you good?
Now, can they finish the job? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. This is gonna hurt. That combo did decent damage. Amazing! They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Charges up the plasma. Crystal from above. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Any mistake here is a flatline zone. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Open knocked him out of the air. Close range projectile. Player 1 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Fires a blast. Player walls flat into the guard break. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. Meets them air to air. Drops him hard. Changes the pace with a fart. What's this Shikuhano gonna do? Sets up with the jump in. Light burns out. Charges up the plasma. Take a seat. Oh my God, raw super. We're so close to the end of the round that it may not win air to air. It is over. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection. We are at the character select screen. Let's see who our fighters choose.
Alright, let's get it. Super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight. They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us begin.
Let me have some fun.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. What's going to follow the combo? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Okay, creating some space here. Knockdown from up above. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Sticks the jump in. Getting into the end game now. It's getting 10 KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Going for the ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Digs in deep to get that drive in. It's back with the drive attack on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Scrapping it out up close. Smart play with the throw. Long-range fireball to break the fight. Solid anti-air. Awesome. They're going for the super art. Is this gonna kill? Hanging by a thread. Just need one final push. The jump in medium kick. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Where you going?
Medium kick into. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 2 has a super gauge advantage. Oh, in with the rush. Backs off. What are they gonna do? Player 2 goes all in with the uppercut. This unleashes up big damage. Reads the jump in perfectly. A projectile to stay kick. What's this Shiku Hana gonna do? Okay, here burns out. Do they have what it takes to steal the round? Gets them in the air. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Unfade throws them. Awesome. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Lots of aggression from both sides. The jump in catches them. No more drive gauge. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Was looking for that jump attack. In a dire situation, goes for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Low heavy hits. Nick, a gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of rising uppercut. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Takes a trip. Gets them with the anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? A quick breather. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 is barely hanging, tries them open with a Shoryuken. Close range projectile. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Goes airborne. What a finish. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Sets up with the jump in. Nails it. Goes for the piston, leads up big damage. Too slow. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here.
Yo, you good?
Look at turns out. Nothing stops this train. Where you go? All in with a rush. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Fires a blast. This is gonna hurt. I can't believe it. Nice. No. Critical art now. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. No one could have called that. Player one has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Anti-air in the clutch. Rising uppercut. Risky up-close scrap still going. Checks them with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Surprises them with a drive rush. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient it is. There's an overdrive shorty. Player 1 with this super art connect. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Throws them forward and maintains the corner game. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Throws a fireball. Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Looking for a drive rush to keep it going. Blocks him. All in with a rush. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive reset. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. That's not gonna hit. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Shinku Hadouken. The super doesn't hit. Hits them with a stopping pop. Player 2 and whip. They're wide open. Too slow. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Drops them hard. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Here comes the corner pressure. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 2 has a big, this is gonna hurt. This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Checks with a sandwich. Fires a blast. Nice fireball. Back into the corner. What turns out? Punish counter on reaction. Oh, it's enough. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection. Now that we know our stage, it's time to select the characters.
All right, it's time to heat up.
Let's get it.
For the fight of my life, show 'em what I got, 'cause you know.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Goes for the fireball. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Holds out with the block. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Taking stock. Life lead opens up. Decides to meet them in the air. Player 2 springs to KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the rising uppercut. Awesome! Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Looking for a chance. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Looking to impress with this super. Can they? Perfect execution with the end KO. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Checks him with the projectile. Holds out with the block. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Still slugging it out here. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Gets back into the corner with pressure building. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. Fires off the Shiku Hadouken. Takes a trip. Sandblast. Time to reassess the situation. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive. Experiencing burnout. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Looks like they were not cleared for takeoffs. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Breaks the block with a throw. Awesome! Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Going in, player 2 ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Goes for level 2 super racer. Set up the punching bag. Player 1 has the chance to win KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Decides not to rush in without a plan. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Solid anti-air. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Getting up close and personal. Changes the pace with the fire. This is gonna hurt. Player 1 needs to use their drive moves to have any chance of a comeback. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Fireball pressure. Trying to wear down the opponent. Sets up with closes it out. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Throws out the fireball to check him. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. The pressure continues as they can't escape the corner. They need to find a way out. Okay, they trade hits. They break things off to take a quick breather. Feeling out the spacing. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Gets it. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
That drive impact doesn't get through. Perfect input. Not letting up. Player 2 chases them down. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Fires off A quick breather. Now, can they finish the job? That's a counter. Awesome! Gets the jump in. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. This Shin Hashogaki is gonna stick. What'll happen here? Both hurting for some drive gauge. Nice fire read flatlines on. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.